All right. Hello, 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 everybody. Glad to see you
Morning.
today on this dreary, cold Monday morning, but I'm glad you decided to spend some time in yoga today, in chair yoga. So we're going to talk about the third chakra, and who knows where that is? Anybody have an idea? Okay, it's between your belly button and your breastbone. So it's kind of in your, they call it your solar plexus. And so that's what we're going to talk about. It's actually the element is fire. So we're going to get fired up today. We're going to get some energy. So if you have a balanced chakra, you're going to be disciplined, you're going to be confident, you're going to be energetic, you're going to take risks, and you're going to exhibit warmth. Okay, so that's how you know that you're balanced. So we're going to start off just with some belly breaths. So let's see if you can find it between your navel and your breastbone. Just put your hands right there. And if you'd like to, you can close your eyes. You can softly, lower your eyelids. And we're going to breathe in through our nose and then out through our mouths.
It's Ed.
Close mouth. Hey, Ed. Good to have
Hi,
you
Liz.
here.
I'm good. How are you?
Good, well. We're doing some belly breathing, so put your hands kind of in between your navel and your breastbone and breathe in through your nose.
Liz,
Feeling your belly
you have
rise.
your microphone?
No, I do not. My cords, I forgot it at home. Is it hard to hear?
I can't hear you very well.
Yeah, I got it turned up all the way. I'll see if I can get a little bit louder. Does that help?
A little bit. It's
Okay,
still a bit.
I'm sorry. It's weird kind of talking so loud when I'm doing yoga. So breathe in through your nose, feeling your belly rise and release.
Say hi to Liz. Hi, Liz.
Oh, sweetie. In and out.
Yeah.
Close a few more times. In and out.
To rest.
Out. In and out. We'll do this 2 more breaths. Feeling your belly rise and sink. And in and out. All right. We'll make sure that we have our nice seating position. Feet are flat on the ground. Your legs are hip distance apart. Make sure that you're sitting on your sits bones. And let's go ahead and take our shoulders up to our ears. We're going to move them back and down just to straighten that all out and just rock your head a little bit so you're not having any tension in your neck. And we're going to start, we're going to do some toe curls. So keep your feet flat on the ground and then just curl your toes under and then flex them. So you're keeping your soles of your feet on the ground. So curl your toes under in your shoes, or if you don't have shoes on, just wherever your bare feet, and then up. So curl under and then up. Curl under.
Excuse me.
Up. Curl under. And good. We're going to go ahead and do some knee lifts. So if you want to take your left foot up and down, and then your right up and down. And let's see if we can move our hands with it. So if you can lift them up and down, up and down. Good. Just nice fluid movement. And now let's go out to the side. And we'll move our, how about if we move our knee out to the side too, if that's available for you. Let's loosen up our hips, our shoulders, our knees. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We'll do one more round. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. So come close to the edge of the chair and move your legs a little bit further apart than hip distance. So the mudra today is where hands are going to be in prayer pose, but then we're going to put one thumb over the other. I don't know if you all can see it, so just put one thumb over the other, okay? So we're going to come down into our prayer squat. So you want to keep your back straight, so tuck in your abdomen, and then come down, hinge from the hips. Come down to a prayer squat. If you'd like to, if it's available for you, you can try to get off the floor if you want to. And let's come up and lift our arms up overhead. And then to the side. And to the other side. And let's come back down to another prayer squat, hinging from the hips. Stretching that all out and seeing cobwebs on the bottom of the table here. And come up. And then do a side flexion. Thinking about keeping your body straight so it's not moving forward or back. And we'll come down again for another chair flow, prayer chair flow. Maybe you can switch your thumbs, whichever one was on top. And we'll come up. Side extension. Think about two pieces, being in between two pieces of glass. And come down again. We'll do this a few more times. Maybe you can stretch a little bit further out forward. Maybe you can move your legs apart a little bit. Get your inner thighs stretched. And come up. Side extension. Other side. Now let's come down. We'll do this two more times. Stretching it all out. Come up. Side extension. Inhale. Exhale to the center. Inhale. Exhale. Come down again. Last one. Inhale up. Side extension. Center. Side extension. And we'll come down. So let's go ahead and we're going to interlace our hands behind our back. And I guess I'll move to the side so you can see. So we're going to interlace them to the side. You're going to want to try to stretch your shoulder blades. Your heart center is going to be shining. And then see if you can lift your arms down and out at the same time. And once you get that, maybe you can come down a little bit. If that's available for you. We'll come up. Let's go ahead and hug ourselves. And then we're going to try it again. Interlace your hands. Come down, out. And then if it's available, you can come down a little bit. Maybe bring your arms up a little bit more. Come down. Hug yourself with the other arm on top. And interlace your hands. Pull down, out. Come down if that's available. Stretch your arms back. Come up. Hug yourself again. Do one more of these. Interlace your hands. Pull down, out. Come down. Still breathe. Don't hold your breath in. Come up. Hug yourself the other way. All right, doing good. I'm going to turn around here. So I think my sinus infection is gone, so that's it's barely hanging on. I had 2 rounds of antibiotics, and so
Wow.
I know I'm still taking my last round, but my daughter told me I needed to take some probiotics.
Yeah,
You know,
for your stomach.
for the stomach. So. Well, we're gonna do like a half circle with our head, okay? So we're not gonna move it back like this, but what we're gonna do is kind of tilt it to the side, so ear to shoulder, and then roll it around in front to get to ear, shoulder the other side. So we'll just kind of roll, keeping your body straight, erect, and roll it back. But this feels good, doesn't it? Roll. Roll, we'll do it one more time. All right, good. We'll go ahead and try our cat-cow now. So feet are, remember, flat on the ground. I almost need a block or a booster seat. Because I'm so short. So we're gonna hug a tree, round your back from the bottom of the spine, and then hold on to your chair and push forward with your abdomen. And here we go. Cat. So take your head down to your chest. Arch your back and look up for cow. Cat. Just fluid movements. Cow. Exhale. Inhale. 3 more times. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. And inhale. Good. Go ahead and sit back. We're going to do our spinal balance. So we're going to take our left arm and our right leg out. And we're going to switch. So we're going to inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Opposite arm, opposite leg. And just coming out straight parallel to the ground. We'll go ahead and do our bridge now. So line your tailbone up to the back of your chair. And then round your back and come up 1 vertebrae at a time to get to the top of the chair. And chin goes to chest, roll down to your tailbone. And roll up. Just like you're in a massage chair. You want to feel the back of the chair on your spine the whole time, if that's possible. I'm not sure what kind of chairs that you have. And we're going to go ahead and do our swan dive. So arms up overhead. We're going to do a swan dive until we get to child's pose. So it could be like this, however you want to. Just hang out here for a second. Breathing in your belly, your sides, your back. And then we'll do a reverse swan dive up. We'll do our hands with the thumb over the thumb and come back to heart center, our prayer pose. All right, we're going to do some sun salutations just for specifically after, it'll be for chakra 3 after I drink some water. Sounds like the ocean in the background. All right. Remember our hands with the thumb over the thumb, and we're going to come up And we're gonna kind of move over to the side and then to the other side. And then we're gonna do a revert or a swan dive down till we get to a forward fold. We're gonna come up halfway with the flat back. Come down all the way. And then we're gonna move our left leg back and our right leg's gonna be forward, coming into warrior two with the arms up overhead. And actually, I'm gonna turn to the side because we're gonna move into warrior two. So it might be easier if you come to the side than the front. Once again, different wherever your leg feels comfortable. If you can do the full extension, straighten your back leg and then keep your foot on an angle. Your front leg's gonna be facing forward, hips are gonna be facing forward, and then just roll your arms up. You wanna keep your shoulders down. See if you can do your palms with the thumb over the thumb on top. Come close by like that. And then we're gonna move into warrior two. So drop your arms down, look at your camera and see how your arms look. So one's not up or down, they're both same length. Look over your middle finger. And then we're gonna rotate back into warrior one with the thumb over the thumb. And come to warrior two. We're just gonna do a little flow here. Warrior one. And two. I did a yoga class yesterday and I can feel it today. One and two. Good. One more. One and two. And go ahead and heel toe your feet. So we're in a straddle position. And then we're going to come down, do a forward fold down. Maybe you can touch the floor or close to it. And then see if you can come forward a little bit. Spider claw your hands. Stretching that all out. And move your hands back in. We're going to move into warrior two again on this side. Come down with your right elbow on your knee and lift your left arm up for side angle. Think about moving your shoulder back, keeping your arms straight, really stretching that out. And we're going to come to kneeling plank, so come in front. Put your hands on your chair and then see if you can put the weight of your body, most of it on your arms, and see if you can come off the chair a little bit for kneeling plank. So think about your body being straight, except for your legs are kneeled. Your upper body is plank. Good. Come on down. We're going to go ahead and do a child's pose. So arms up overhead, come down to child's pose. Stretching it out. And let's do a reverse swan dive up. And we're going to move to the left now. For warrior one on this side. And remember, try to do your thumb over the other thumb, whichever one is on top, is on the bottom. And then move into warrior two. Check out your arms. Good. Warrior one. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Thumb over thumb. Breathe out. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. Good. Let's go ahead and heel toe our feet into our straddle again. And arms up overhead. We're going to do a swan dive down. Maybe you can touch the ground or close to it and see if you can move your fingers, spider crawling forward. I look kind of funny in this position. And bring it back. We're going to move back into our warrior two. Place your right arm on the knee. Lift your right arm up. Just say the wrong one. And then let's come into our kneeling plank. So really lift up from your body, stretch out your heart center. See if you can touch your close. You can't really touch them, but you can move your shoulders closer in the back. All right, good. All right, we'll come back up. Let's see, arms up overhead, and we'll come into our prayer pose again, where we started from the last time. We're going to do this one more instead of the child's pose. We're going to use down dog. We're also going to use our regular plank if that's available for you. You can go to any one that you want that's available for you. So we're going to go up, and let's go over to this side first, and we're going to do our little side extension. And to the other side. And then we're going to go into our warrior one. So turn to the side, get your positioning, your balance, and lift your arms up, overhead, thumb over thumb, fingertips touching, and move into warrior two. And then back into warrior one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. When you do warrior one, see if you can arch your back a little bit. Do a little back bend. Maybe you can look up. Exhale. And then heel toe your feet to a straddle. Arms up overhead. We're going to go down. And this time we're going to spread or crawl over to the right. Holding it there. And come back. And arms up overhead. And we're going to come now into our kneeling plank, or either a kneeling plank or a regular plank. So if you're going to do a regular plank, you want to keep your legs straight. Your hands are going to be on your chair, and you're just going to lift up. So the arms are going to be holding your weight. You can always do kneeling plank if that's easier. And let's go ahead and move into down dog or child's pose. You're going to do down dog. Your heels are going to be on the floor, and you're going to push forward. All right, we'll come back into arms up overhead into our prayer pose. And we're going to do it on the other side. So here we go. Arms up overhead. And then we're going to switch into our warrior one. And warrior two. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. I'm getting hot in here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Go ahead and heel toe your feet to the front. And we're going to be in a straddle position. Arms up overhead. We're going to do a swan dive down. And then we're going to come over to the left. Walk over to this way. And let's come up into our plank pose. So legs together and stretch up. Really thinking about your spine straight, like a plank. Good. And then we'll come back into our warrior two on this side. I think we forgot our side angle on the other side. Arm on your leg and the other one up. Stretch it out for a side angle. We're gonna move over into our downward dog. So heels on the floor, toes are up a little bit, and then just push through for our down dog. We'll do a reverse swan dive up, and we're gonna come back to prayer pose. Thumbs over thumb. Good job. Grab some water. Who is in the Galaxy A7 SG? Who is that?
Oh,
I'm not sure. I see somebody in there, but I don't know who it is. Then we have.
Yeah, they're either on a Galaxy phone or a Galaxy tablet that doesn't show your name. You can just give us your first name. That would be great.
Yeah, you can put it in the chat box if you want to. I think they're unmuted.
Yeah, they are.
All right. How's everybody doing? Good. Thumbs up? Okay. All right. Glad to hear that. We're going to move to some strengthening now. We've gotten our warm up and we did our sun salutations, and we're going to do some strengthening stuff. So let's go ahead and start with our arms up overhead. We'll do a forward fold. And we're going to come back up and to plank. To down dog. And then we're going to come and do another arms up overhead. We're going to fall down into a forward fold. Let's go ahead and stretch our legs out a little bit. And then see if you can bend your left leg, keeping your right bent a little bit. Take your right arm down your right leg and lift your left arm up for triangle. And then let's reverse our triangle. So put your left arm down on the ground. See if you can lift your right arm up. And then we'll try this one. See if you can take both of your arms in front. And then maybe you can look under your arm, maybe not. And come back to heel toe your feet back to center. We'll go ahead and do a down dog, swan dive down to child's pose. We're going to put our hands in a fist, come up and stick them on our hip creases and move your pelvis forward to arch your back. Camel pose. All right, we're going to go ahead and do this 3 more times. So we're going to do a forward fold. And we'll come up into plank. Really stretch your heart center out. Think about your elbows and your shoulders getting closer in the back. Right, a little micro bend in your elbows. Good. Put your heels on the ground and push forward into down dog. We're going to come back and do a swan dive down. You may heel toe your feet a little bit out for our triangle. So this time we're going to straighten our right leg and we're going to come over to the left. Left arm down the leg, lift up with your arm. And then let's reverse it. Put your hand on your ankle or your calf and stretch your other one up. And then if it's available, come forward with your arms out and think about looking under your armpit if that's available. And let's come back to center, heel toe your feet. We'll go ahead and do a little resting pose in the child's pose. So just go ahead and Rest a little bit. Counterbalancing the pressure on your back. Make sure you're breathing. Put your hands in a fist, put them on your hip creases, move your pelvis forward for camel. All right, we're going to do 2 more of these. Instead of the full plank, you're certainly welcome to do a full plank if you'd like, or we're going to try a side plank. So I'll show you what that looks like. We're going to have our back leg straight, our front leg bent, and then we're going to take the weight and place it on the hand that's on the chair and lift the other arm up. So that's what a side plank will look like, okay? You don't have to lift up off the chair, but if you want to, you can. And put the weight's going to be mostly on your hand that's on the chair. You can always just opt to do a front plank. We're using both your arms, okay? So we'll do the same routine. We're going to do the forward fold. And then instead of the regular plank, we're going to move up into our side plank. So your back leg is going to be straight with your toe on an angle. Front leg is going to be bent. Placing the weight on your right arm, lift up for a side plank. And let's come down, place your heels on the floor and move into down dog. All right, we're going to go ahead and forward fold again. And we're going to come up into our side plank on the other side. So get set up. Your back toe is going to be on an angle, your front toe is facing forward, back leg is straight, front leg is bent. And then place your left arm on the chair and raise up for a side plank on this side. Really try to stretch your shoulder back. And let's heel to our feet to the front. And we're going to do a forward fold. Let's come up halfway. And come down into child's pose. Or ragdoll, I guess, in this position. Focusing on your breathing. And then place your hands in a fist, come up, put them on your hip creases, and move your pelvis forward. Tilt your back into a mini back bend. All right. How are we doing on time? Looks good. All right, we're going to do some balance exercises. So we're done with all of our strengthening. Well, we're going to do a little bit more strengthening, but we're going to try a standing balance pose, okay? You can opt to sit down for this. That's totally fine. It's going to be a standing pigeon pose, okay? So what we'll do is we're going to take our right leg and let's lift it up. See how you can lift it up as far as comfortable for you, keeping your back straight. Make sure that your sit bones are even on the ground. Go ahead and take your foot and then gently place it down on your other thigh. So you can stay here, you can hang out here. What you'll do is just move forward. So you're stretching it out. Or if you want to take another challenge, you can come up off the chair a little bit. You can hold on to the chair if you want to, just for balance. And then breathe in. We're going to take 5 breaths here, either sitting on the chair or slightly coming up. Deep belly breathing. One more breath. And go ahead and sit down. Let's turn to the side. We're going to pick up, if you need to use your strap, or you can pick up your pant leg or your shoe or your sock and bend your leg. What we're going to do is lift our opposite arm up if that's available. And really stretch and arch your back in this one. Think about if your belly was on the floor, that you're trying to raise it up off the floor. And you'll toe your feet back to center. We're going to try it on the other side now. So go ahead and lift your left leg up. And then take your foot and bend your leg so it's on the side. Once again, the option is to stay here and just move forward, or if you want to, place your hands on the chair and come up off the chair. So a little bit of weight on your foot. We'll do 5 breaths here. Deep belly breath. One more breath. And go ahead and sit down if you were standing up. Place both your feet on the floor and turn to the right. Grab a hold of your shoe, pant leg, strap, whatever. This is a good quad stretch, but we're actually going to use this. And then if it's available for you to lift your arm up, we're going to use this to stretch our backs out. And our abdomen, pulling it off the imaginary floor. This is half bow. And go ahead and place both feet on the floor, come around to the center. And get some more water. Are we supposed to get snow around here?
Pardon?
Are we supposed to get snow? I know they're getting snow, they're getting it up north. I didn't know if we were getting any snow. I didn't listen to the weather today. So, no.
I don't think so.
Just so you know, Liz, the Patsy is the other one that joined us. Thank you, Patsy, for letting me know.
Okay, cool. All right, let's take our left leg over our right. And then our right arm over our left. So we're crossing. We're going to move it up and see if we can take our palms touch. And then if it's available, come up a little bit higher for eagle arms. If that's uncomfortable, you can always hug yourself. That's another option. And maybe you can come down if you want to try. Come down in front a little bit. Just by moving a little bit, you can find that there's different parts of your body that can stretch. And unravel your arms, unravel your feet. Maybe shake it off a little bit. We're going to take our left over our right this time, and then our left arm over our right. I'm trying to do this opposite. Come up and see if you can palm to palm. Once again, you can always hug yourself. You still get the benefits of your shoulder stretch. And then see if you can lift your arms up a little bit more to the ceiling. And the option is always if you want to come down a little bit. Two more breaths.
Feels really good to get that stretch all the way underneath those shoulder blades.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't ever stretch that out, do we?
Mm-mm.
And go ahead and unravel your arms and your legs. And we're ready for our last piece. Since we're working on the chakra 3, we've got to do some abdominal exercises. Are y'all ready?
Woohoo!
All right, so go ahead, let's sit on your sit bones evenly, okay? Take your feet out front. I want you to make sure that you're tucking in your abdomen so your back is not going to put the pressure on it, all right? You don't want to arch back. You want to make sure that you're continually moving your abdomen towards the back of the chair, okay? You can put your hands on your chair, and we're going to do some bicycling, some air bicycling. And if this is uncomfortable, you can always touch the ground if you don't feel like you can keep it up in the air. Just making sure your abdomen is getting strength in the air. Let's go backwards now. That was a little difficult. Maybe else I can.
I'm glad I'm not chewing gum.
Yeah, go ahead and take your arms under your thighs and take your stomach to your thighs. Let the stress out, the pressure. And let's come back, round 2. We're going to lift our right leg, put your hands, interlace them behind your head. We're going to take our right leg to our left arm, and then opposite, left leg, right arm. So once again, you want to bring your leg up to your elbow. You don't want to move your arm down. You're just kind of turning to the side with your upper body. You can always, if it's too uncomfortable with your arms up there, you could maybe even just go with your hands in front like this, or you can just bring your arms and, just bring your legs up. Guys feeling it yet?
Mm-hmm.
We'll do a few more. One more set. And let's come down again. Just rest your belly on your thighs. Maybe take your hands behind your thighs. Just release it. And heel toe your feet out to the side a little bit. You might want to come to the front of the chair. We're going to do our prayer squat. Remember our hand position. So we're going to come down. And then take your left elbow to the right outside knee for a twist. And let's let's come back in the center for our prayer squat. I feel looser now than I did from the one earlier. And then your right elbow to your left knee for a prayer twist. And come back to center. Go ahead and heel toe your feet close together. We're going to do some more bridge work. So match your tailbone up to the back of the chair. I'm going to drink some water again. So let's start at the tailbone. Round your back till you're feeling the top of the bridge. And then if it's available for you, take your right leg out and you might be able to come off the chair a little bit. The one-legged bridge, make sure that you're always pushing your abdomen towards the back of the chair. And go ahead and lower. We're going to now start again at the bottom. Tailbone against the back of the chair. Come up on each vertebrae. And then take your hands and help your body to lift up with your left leg. Like I said, you might be able to come off the chair a little bit. That's perfectly fine. More breaths. And go ahead and we'll move into a child's pose again. Just doing that reverse stretch. This is a nice resting pose. So I've heard downward facing dog is a resting pose, but I don't know if I really feel like that's the case. But speaking of downward facing dog, let's do heels on the floor. We're going to push forward and take your left foot off the floor a little bit if that's available for you. You might need to hold on with one hand or two hands, that's fine too. And then let's see if we can move our leg back, our left leg back. I don't want to hit anything here. Into a downward dog, I guess one-legged downward dog. So we're pushing forward with our hands. We're on our right leg. And the left leg's in the air. Breathing in. Good. And we're going to switch now. So we're going to do our downward facing dog on the other side. Push forward. And then if you can, lift up your right leg. It's just a few inches off the floor, that's fine. Or if it's just you're stretching it out and your other one's bent. Make sure you're breathing in. Good. Let's go ahead and take our right leg back. If you can take it a little bit off the ground into our three-legged dog in the reverse way. You're really strengthening all your muscles here. We're doing stronger exercises than we did in the beginning because you guys are hanging with me.
Yeah.
Keep breathing in. One more breath. Good. Go ahead and place your hands on the chair, feet flat on the ground. We'll do a reverse swan dive and just to hang out in child's pose. And come back to, I guess, Tadasana, mountain pose. And straighten your legs. Place your back against the chair. Stretch your arms out and your legs. Your legs, point your toes to the wall and your hands. See if you can stretch your whole body out. And then let's kind of stretch it out to the side a little bit. Just for a little inflection, extension, and then to the other side. Good, go ahead and get comfy. If you need to do any more stretches before our final pose, which is going to be Shavasana, corpse pose. That sounds so silly. Or I've heard it called resting angel. I guess that sounds a little bit better, right? So go ahead, get comfy in your chair. You need a blanket, or if you want to put your socks on, if you had them off, a coat, whatever. Get comfy. This is a final time to just let your body just rest and relax. So if you want to, go ahead and close your eyes. And let's remember our breathing that we did at the beginning. Just breathe in through your nose all the way down to your abdomen. And out. All the way down to the abdomen. And then let's just envision a fire. Maybe it's in your fireplace, maybe it's in your fire pit, maybe you're around a campfire, wherever you choose to be right now, just envision a fire. We talked about our third element chakra, which is fire. So just envision where that is and just notice the flames, the flickering. And just let that scene just rest your body, relax it. Maybe you're sitting in your favorite chair in front of the fireplace. Maybe you're sitting on a sports chair outside or a patio chair. And just let your weight just be supported by the chair. Just release it. Your feet to the ground, your legs and your back to the chair. Your hands to your thighs. Just let the flame warm your feet. Just feel the warmth of the fire warming up your feet. Feel that warmth on your legs, your calf, knee, thigh. Just let that fire just massage your muscles, And feel the flame, the warmth on your core, your abdomen, your chest, your back. Let it gently massage your body. And then feel the warmth touch your fingers, your hands, wrists, arms, shoulders. Just relaxing them. And then feel the warmth on your neck, your face, forehead, eyes, cheeks, chin, ears, head. And just relax. And then think about that fire touching the inside of you. Just warming up the inside of you. Just sending heat through your blood, your vessels, just all inside. Energizing you, but relaxing you at the same time. And then think of anything that needs to be burned away in you. We talked about earlier today that this chakra is about confidence, discipline, energy, taking risks. So think about if there's anything that's standing in the way of those items in your life, what needs to be burned away. Maybe it's fear, maybe it's doubt, maybe, whatever you can think. And just imagine that that fire is just burning those things away. And then just feel the confidence, feel the discipline, the energy, the warmth that you have. And go ahead and curl your toes under and flex them back, curl them up. Maybe turn your windshield wiper, your legs back and to the sides. Maybe turn to the side a little bit. Do some neck rolls. We're just gently waking our body up. And then go ahead and take a deep breath, arms up overhead. Come to your chakra 3 with thumb over thumb and bring it to your heart center. And just rub your hands together and feel the warmth. And place it on your heart and just feel the additional warmth just flooding through your body. Thank you so much for taking your time out today to practice with me, and may you have a wonderful rest of the day. Namaste.
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 Thank you, Liz.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad to see you all here. And Phyllis is new, is that what you said, or who is it?